Naruto, after bringing Sasuke back to the village, is exiled. He discovers he no longer loves the hidden leaf and becomes a ruthless mercenary. The Black Kitsune. Written by Hokage 8 Natsu. Chapter 1. I was covered in blood. Some my own, some Sasuke's. I finally fulfilled my promise to Sakura. I hope she'll be happy. I'm currently limping back to the leaf after my second fight with Sasuke at the final valley. I am carrying the unconscious Sasuke back to the village. I have 2 Chidori holes in my chest. Finally, after 30 minutes to an hour, I finally made it to the gate with Sasuke. What did you do to him? Get Sasuke to the hospital now, one of the gatekeepers said to a Chunin. Sasuke gets a lift to the hospital, while I am left to walk. Even when he's a traitor, he gets more respect than me. I limped home. Kurama, are you healing my injuries? I asked. Yes, but I'll take all of the night and some of tomorrow, so try to get some sleep, okay? Kurama replies. Thanks, Kurama, will do. I then exit my mindscape and drift to sleep. The next day, I woke up and got dressed. As I got dressed, I looked at my chest. It had 2 big scars. I'm not finished yet, kid, Kurama informs me. No, keep them there. They're battle scars, ones which I take pride in. I want to keep them as a token of beating Sasuke, I told Kurama. Fine, have it your way. I then proceeded to walk out the door. As I roamed the streets, I see Sakura. I ran up to her. Hey Sakura, I fulfilled my promise. I brought Sasuke back to the village, I exclaimed. All I got for taking 2 lightning bolts to the chest and risking my life is a chakra punch in the gut. I grunted as I sunk to the floor. You idiot! You hurt Sasuke! I don't want to speak to you again, ever. The villagers were right. You are a monster, she screamed. Of course, to add to the effect, the villagers all glared at me. So do many of the Konoha 12. The people who were my friends, the girl I had loved since the academy, had all put me below. An arrogant traitor, centered around revenge. At that moment in time, my heart breaks. I can no longer take the torture and pain of belonging to a village or having comrades. I ran from the scene. 10 minutes later, Naruto, the council wants to see you, an Anbu informed me. Oh boy, maybe they'll punish me for hurting Sasuke. Maybe they'll revoke my ninja license for a month, or make me go on D-rank missions. Okay, I say as I walk down to the Hokage tower. I get hateful glares all the way to the tower. I am a Jinchuriki after all. This is all pretty normal. But people I know are doing it too. The only people not doing it are the team Konohamaru and Tuechi and Ayami. I finally got into the council room. Yes, Tsunade? What do you guys need? I asked. Tsunade had a stern look on her face. Sit, Naruto, she said coldly. I was shocked. She never talked to me like this before. You hurt the one remaining member of the most powerful clan in Konoha. What do you have to say for yourself? Tsunade asked angrily. Sasuke was a missing nin, and I used the force needed to bring him back, I said. That's all? You hurt one of our strongest ninjas in the leaf, and that's all you have to say? Tsunade, get on with the punishment, an old council member said. I then heard words I never thought I would hear. Naruto Uzumaki, for assault on another leaf shinobi, I banish you from Konoha. Tsunade spat with disgust. I teared up. Then I wiped those tears. would not give them the liberty of seeing me sad. Very well, Hokage. I shall go pack my things, I said. No, you will leave in 3.5 hours from now, Tsunade said. 3.5 hours later. It is time for my exile. I saw the whole village there. Even Sasuke was there. He had a headband and was happily chatting with some ninjas. They welcomed him back already. I saw the Konoha 12, no, 11, chatting happily. Even Hinata was in good spirits. I took a deep breath and walked out the door. I was instantly barraged with assaults and accusations. I walked down the main road. People have gathered on either side of the road to watch me. The whole village is there. First, it was only insults. Then people threw rocks at me. At least 2 to 3 of Konoha happy. At least 2/3 of Konoha happy the demon was finally going. Sakura and Sasuke were hand in hand. I guess they were back together now. Sakura threw a rock. It hit me in the face. I kept walking, unfazed. Then, right before I exited, I took off my headband. I burned it with a basic fire jutsu and threw it behind me. 10 minutes later. Kid, I was taking a nap. What did I miss? Are we on a mission? Kurama asked. No, I'll let you out, then explain it, I said as I proceeded to let him out. While you were asleep, Konoha Council called me in. They decided to exile me for hurting their precious Uchiha. But I think me bringing Jinchuriki played a role. Rocks were thrown at me on my way out. I'm still in the land of fire though, I said sadly. Over the next few minutes, I watched Kurama change the geography of the area with some tailed beast bombs. Are you done yet? I'm gonna put gravity seals on and train after we get out of the land of fire. Chapter 2. 2 years later, Naruto's POV. I walked around the land of waves, scanning the whole area. Dang it, Kurama, I can't find a ramen shop anywhere, I said desperately. Shut it. Your 40-minute break is up. You will do 100 laps around the wave country. Then 45,000 push-ups, 95,000 sit-ups. Then work on your chakra control, Kurama ordered me. Over the last few years, I have undergone intense training with a 4-ton gravity seal. I'm probably the most powerful ninja in the 5 great nations. I'm listed in the bingo book as an SS rank ninja, as the Black Kitsune. I'm a mercenary, which means I belong to no village and take requests from anywhere. I haven't taken a request from Konoha yet though. No one had seen my real face other than Kurama, since I wear a mask all the time. I've killed Orochimaru and made friends with the Jinchuriki. I traveled the great nations, taking missions and training. I realized that Konoha did nothing but hate and torture me. I realized my only friends were Kurama and Gaara. They helped me. I visit Suna quite frequently. I haven't seen any of the Konoha 11 since I left. I can't wait to see them again so I can whoop them. Especially Sasuke and Sakura. Well, Kakashi as well. I can't wait to see the shock in their eyes when I show them my Chidori scars. I want to see them in pain. Everyone was happy when I was gone, even Hinata. I can't wait to see them. I ran my laps and started my push-ups. Once I finished everything, I headed back to the Wave Village, where Tazuna lives. He receives my missions and helps me with stuff. Him and Inari are like my secretaries. Big brother, you have a mission from Konoha, informed Inari. I raised my eyebrows. Let me hear it. Okay, you have to help 3 strong ninjas infiltrate Iwa. Their names are Sakura Haruno, Sasuke Itachi, Sasuke Uchiha, and Kakashi Hatake. They're my friends. I don't know where my good friends Naruto Uzumaki went. He is my hero and I miss him. Okay, Inari, I'll take the mission. As for Naruto Uzumaki, I've been with you for a while, kid. I'm glad you stood up to Gato with us. Konoha banished me because I hurt Sasuke. He was a rogue ninja back then, so I came to my friends. I'll see you soon, okay, kid? I told him. His eyes widened. I smiled at him. I ruffled his hair and walked out of the door, taking the mission. I'm not sure why I didn't tell him sooner. Chapter 3. Just before Naruto arrived at Konoha for mission, Sakura's point of view. My boyfriend Sasuke and I are listening for the details of the mission that we're gonna go on. I heard Tsunade speak. You two will infiltrate a base in Iwa and plant paper bombs within. You also will be joined by a mercenary ninja. They call him the Black Kitsune. He's probably stronger than me, so don't get high and mighty looking at you, Sasuke, she said. The hot Uchiha grumbled. I'm disappointed. I thought my boyfriend and I could have some quality time together, but this Black Kitsune guy will ruin it. But he's stronger than Tsunade. Just who is he? Tsunade will be here. Tsunade, when will he be here? I asked. In a couple of minutes, she said. Wow, I didn't think that'd be that fast. All of a sudden, a guy my age with an Anbu mask, black clothes with a yellow and black hair. Dang, he's extremely well built, with toned muscles and an 8-pack. Wait, an 8-pack? Oh, what? Sure, let's go with an 8-pack. A few minutes earlier, Naruto's POV. After I got out of the village, I teleported to the Konoha gates. Who are you and what do you want? The gatekeepers asked me. I said only 3 words, emotionlessly. Black Kitsune. Mission. The gatekeepers paled at this. I'll show you to the Hokage to... I cut him off. I know where the Hokage tower is, I said darkly. The gatekeepers paled and fell silent. I teleported to Tsunade's office. I saw 3 familiar faces. Sakura, Sasuke, and Tsunade were those faces, discussing the mission. Hello, Hokage. How are you? Good. I'll tell you the specifics of the mission. Not necessary. Inari already told me, I replied. Wait, you know Inari? Sasuke said. Yeah, he's my good friend. You've recently gotten more social since I last saw you, Sasuke, I replied. Everyone's eyes widened. How do you know my boyfriend, you creep? And if you threaten him, I'm gonna kill you, Sakura said, with venom leaking out of her voice. Shut it with the funny business, Haruno. If you threaten me again, I'll rip out your spleen and shove it down your throat while strangling you with your intestines, I said darkly. She's paler than Sai. How do you know my name? She asked. Well, mumbled. I glared at her. Isn't it obvious? I used to be a leaf ninja, I said. Eyebrows hit the ceiling and jaws hit the floor. Whatever. Get Kakashi and meet me at the gate in 30 minutes, I said as I teleported out of the office. Chapter 4. Naruto's POV. Who are you? Sakura, Sasuke, and Kakashi asked for the 10th time. Shut it or I'll bite your legs off. I'm not gonna tell it yet, I said. I have to make this grand. This is probably the deciding mission of the war, and you guys are rambling about who I am. Put yourselves together. You got a war to win, I said. Quit acting like the team leader. I challenge you. I bet you aren't even strong, Sasuke said. Fine, but to make it fair, You get Sakura and Kakashi. Plus, I'll add another 300 pounds on my gravity seals, I said. They widened their eyes. 300? I haven't worn less than 8,000 in years, I said nonchalantly as I increased the weight. They looked nervous. If you can severely damage me within 20 minutes, you win. If I trap you or knock you out, you're disqualified, I said. Begin. Kakashi and Sakura retreated to the bushes, but Sasuke stayed put. Fight me, alone, he demanded. Fine, Uchiha, I said. He activated his Mangekyou Sharingan. That means I need to use speed to counteract that Mangekyou. Those eyes don't see everything. These eyes see all. You cannot defeat me, he said boldly. Well, I already defeated Itachi, so I think you will be pretty basic, I said. His eyes practically popped out their sockets. You killed Itachi? Sasuke said. No, why would I? Itachi was innocent. The Uchihas were evil, and they were plotting to destroy Konoha. So Itachi stepped up and gave his future for the survival of the leaf. He was a hero, I said, as I teleported to Sasuke and knocked him unconscious. I turned and caught Sakura's punch. Weak, Haruno, I thought. You could do better, I said, disappointed as I slugged her with twice her power. I then proceeded to back kick my silver-haired former sensei. I then used medical ninja to heal them. I thought you guys would do better. Let's get on the road, I said. We trekked 30 miles, then got to sleep. The next day, I blew an air horn. Get up, people! We gotta make it to Iwa soon, I screamed as the others woke up. They got up, then we hit the road again. We approached the Iwa base. Chapter 5. Okay guys, I said to my former squad. This is a rather large facility, so we will split up to two groups. Haruno will be with arrogant emo here, and I will be with the pervy Hatake. Team Arrogance, I expect you to place all the charges on the west end of the facility within 10 minutes without being spotted. Hatake and I will take the east side. We will meet you here in 15 minutes. If you come more than 20 minutes from now, I'll blow the charges. Wait, said Kakashi. We will not leave comrades to die. People break the rules are trash, that's true. But those who abandon their comrades are worse than trash. Well, you're one to talk, Mr. Worse Than Trash. I bet Haruno and Uchiha think that too, huh? I don't like hypocrites, I stated coldly. They looked confused. We're not hypocrites. I have never abandoned a comrade, ever. The human reincarnation of the devil screeched. I'm a bit angry. You were the worst one, Haruno. I'll let you guys in a little secret. I once met a kind, honorable man, but more than anything, he looked broken. He and a few others are my only friends. This quite depressed man's name was Naruto Uzumaki. When he knew you, he told you that he was neglected by the village. He was lying. He suffered something far worse. Every day, whether it be on his way to the academy or to home or a mission, he was tortured for hours by the villagers. None of his so-called comrades ever came to his aid. His dream was to become the Hokage, but that along with his entire life was crushed on a fatal day when he brought his best friend and comrade, Sasuke Uchiha, back to the village. Everyone was worried about Sasuke, the missing nin, when in truth, Naruto was hurt the most. While Naruto had knocked out Sasuke in the most soft way possible, it had not been easy. When walking in the Konoha gates, Naruto had 2 gaping Chidori holes in his chest, but being the selfless loving guy he was, he handed Sasuke to the medics and went home. Next morning he was confronted by his true love, Sakura Haruno. Sakura had told Naruto to die many times prior to this particular event. As a result, Naruto had tried to take his own life because of you, Sakura. How does that make you feel? This time, though, it was way worse. You called him a demon, a monster. You told him he was dumb and useless and should go die. You said you never wanted to speak to him again. This crushed him. Then he was called in by the Hokage, Tsunade, who was like a mother to him, for a meeting. She was furious at that meeting, and she banished Naruto for knocking out a rogue ninja. This was the worst for him. After that, he turned heartless. After that event, he showed almost no emotion whatsoever. At the time of his exit from Konoha, he saw all his so-called comrades being happy and having a great time. He said that he saw Sakura and Sasuke hand in hand, and guess what? He was happy for you. Then, like when he was a child, the insults started. Then the rock throwing started. He told me that he specifically saw Sakura lob a large rock at a fast speed, which hit him right in the forehead. By this time, there was a trail of blood out of the gate. He didn't even flinch. This was nothing compared to what he got on his 3-year birthday. Void of emotion, he walked out the door. He became an incredible ninja. Do you know what his specialty was? It was Genjutsu. After that event, he unlocked his Mangekyou Sharingan, and his Genjutsu was the best Genjutsu in the world. What was it like inside this Genjutsu world? It was his reality. He made his opponents live through his life through his eyes. His whole Genjutsu was based upon his own past, which could easily torture and kill a man. This day, I don't know where he is, but he is a man that is for the most part void of emotion, has no respect for comrades, villagers, or even human life. He has killed more ninjas than all of you put together, multiplied by 2. He has no friends and doesn't love anyone. The only person he holds dear is that so-called demon, or as you call it, the QB. An actual demon was like a father to this boy. He trained him, ate with him, laughed with him, didn't hate him. So tell me, Konoha ninja, what does that make you? Hypocrites. I finished with the obvious venom and killer intent in my voice. Throughout my little autobiography, Kakashi, Sakura, and even Sasuke have 4 horrified looks on their faces. Sakura was probably the most disturbed, knowing that I attempted suicide because of her, and that Sasuke was had a horrified look on it, and even Sasuke had a horrified look on his face. Sakura was... Oh, my bad. I read the... Never mind. Sakura is probably the most disturbed knowing that I attempted suicide because of her, and that Sasuke shoved 2 Chidoris in my chest. She was disturbed because this was her fault. Sasuke was disturbed because he was guilty. He felt bad that he left and that everyone made me do everything. He was also confused on how I got the Sharingan. Everyone was puzzled at how I was the master of Genjutsu. You know what? Stay here. I'll be back in mostly 20 seconds, I said, as I got super speed and placed all the charges in 7 seconds, and teleported back. 3, 2, 1, I counted down, then pushed a button. The base exploded. I gave them a cold stare, then I grabbed them and teleported them to the Hokage's office. Chapter 6. Team 7 and I teleported straight into the Hokage's office. Report, Tsunade ordered. The trip to the base went smoothly, except those clowns wanted to challenge me, so I just knocked them out. When we arrived at the base, I ended up doing all the work. I placed the chargers and got out. I said. Really? The Hokage questioned. Yes, Hokage. I must be going. Wait, I suspect a lie. Team 7 is made up of our most experienced and powerful ninjas. I doubt even the Black Kitsune could defeat them. Furthermore, you say all they did was challenge you, then do nothing on the mission? I think not, Tsunade proclaimed. This proclamation reminds me of that banishment. Do you take me for a liar, Tsunade? I'll have you know, not even pain of the Akatsuki drove me to my limits. These pathetic ninjas didn't even scratch me. They'll tell you why they did not participate on the mission. Team 7, tell them of the Uzumaki. I told them as I walked out. Tsunade's point of view. I am curious. I thought the Uzumakis were an extinct clan. I wonder what Kitsune meant by that. Tsunade, Kitsune told us about Naruto Uzumaki. I am certain you remember the ball of sunshine running around screaming, "Believe it," and such. In fact, he brought Sasuke back to the village. He's also the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, Sakura tells me. All of a sudden, guilt crushes me. My godson, the one I banished for harming a rogue ninja. I must right my wrong. I know what you're thinking, Tsunade. You're determined to right your wrongs. You cannot. It's too late. Naruto has experienced too much pain to be brought back, Kakashi said sadly. They proceeded to tell me Naruto's heartbroken story. It makes me feel terrible. Naruto's point of view. I walked down to my second favorite place in the world. After Tazuna's house, Ichiraku Ramen. They were the only ones sad about my banishment. I walked in the secret door. How did you get back here? Toechi asked. Toechi, close the shop for a little while. I want to talk over ramen, I stated. Sorry, do we know you? Ayame asked. I am known to many as the Black Kitsune, I said. At this, they paled. They are aware that I'm responsible for many ruthless murders, massacres, and assassinations. Don't worry, I'm here for my favorite ramen, not to kill you. You don't know me as the Black Kitsune. You once knew me as Naruto Uzumaki, I said. I took off my mask to reveal my scarred face. I am still recognizable. As they saw me, their eyes widened. It took them a minute to process that I'm really Naruto. Naruto? Since when did you have all those scars? Ayame asked. I've had them since you have known me. I always been a prodigy, especially when it came to genjutsu. I had the entire village in a genjutsu. This genjutsu had all my scars, I answered. When did you become a ruthless killer? Toechi asked. The day every friend I ever had but you two betrayed me. I was suicidal before that, but killing all my happiness broke my mind and soul. I'm practically heartless, and if you tell anyone that I'm Naruto, you will be sorry. I answered / threatened. They gulped in fear as they nodded. I was satisfied with that. Now get me the usual, Toechi. That's where I'm gonna leave it, guys. I hope you've all enjoyed. Get this video to 1,000 likes if you like the whole longer video thing, and if you just like the story in general. Comment Q. My other series haven't been getting enough support, so I'm not gonna upload the next part to those until they hit 1,000 likes. Well, if they hit 1,000 likes, I'm gonna be doing this series if it does well, or new series. Comment any fanfics you want me to read in the comment section, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day. Roll the outro. 1, 2, 3